How are you guys doing? This is Hayden here from TX3. Hope you're having an amazing day if you clicked on this video. And I wanted to dive deeper in how most home service businesses are struggling with consistent appointments and consistent opportunities to actually grow their business and scale. 90% of you guys are probably relying on referrals and word of mouth in your business. And if you want to grow, this is not okay. We need to implement a system where you can have predictable appointments and a predictable opportunities to actually scale. You guys have an inconsistent pipeline. 1 week you're slow, the next week you're busy. If you want to scale, you have zero predictability over your own business if you are relying on word of mouth and referrals. But once you implement a system to where you can get consistent opportunities to actually grow your business, you are going to see tenfold in results. Before I jump into this, I can confidently say that this model is the most convenient model and the most value-packed model for business owners in the financial side and the quality of life side when you work with me. I will explain why I do what I do, why I have built the model the way I do, but I built it on convenience for you guys. My biggest goal is to get you more opportunities to grow your business and get more opportunities, not just leads. So everything I set in front of you is an appointment that I already scheduled on your calendar if you work with me. So you can just focus on these opportunities to close. So you can just focus on these opportunities to actually grow, not just call your leads. Like, I'm doing all that dirty work for you. So we'll just jump right into it right now. Yeah, by the way, this is not for companies who are looking for shared leads, who are looking to stay in the same position they are in business. This is for companies who want predictability and who want to scale. So I'm going to jump into the 6 problems that you guys are definitely facing and struggling with. But the biggest problem here is this doesn't just apply to roofing. This is all home service. I just did this for roofing because it's one of my clients. But you guys don't have a predictable appointment system. What does that mean? I'll dive deeper into that. But this is not predictable. You have zero predictability in your own business. You don't know where your jobs are coming from. One job is coming from referral. One job is coming from Angie, right? It's just not predictable and it's all over the place. And if you want to scale, you need to step out of this and get away from this. So I'm going to jump into the problems you guys are facing. Number 1, inconsistent lead flow. Like, you guys are busy 1 week and the next week you're not busy. And the next week you're busy, and the next week you're not. And it's just an ongoing cycle of inconsistent work. And this creates so much friction and so many problems in your business. The biggest one is you don't know how much money you're going to make, right? Let's jump into it here. Unpredictable revenue, right? You don't know how much money you're going to make. Yeah, we're aiming for this, but when you don't have a system, you don't know how much money you're going to make. And how are you going to grow if you don't know how much money you're going to make? You guys are relying on word of mouth and referrals, because that's what you know. Maybe that's what you know. Maybe that's how you've done it. Maybe that's what got you here today. But if you want to grow, you can't keep doing it. Maybe you're relying on word of mouth and referrals because you've been burned by another marketing agency. And that's why I actually started this company, because I've seen so many people in this home service space, whether it's roofing, whether it's kitchen remodeling, gutters, windows. You guys have all been burned by so many agencies, right? I talked to one of my clients. Before working with me, my client had spent tens of thousands of dollars on marketing, and he saw not one job from it, right? So I understand that there are some pretty messed up people in this space, and I'm here to help that and just destroy all of that. Another one here, guys, is if you're a business owner and you're handling the leads yourselves, this is not what you want to be focusing on, right? Like, when you wake up in the morning, you don't want to be calling your leads. You don't want to be booking these appointments. You should be focused on your team. You should be focused on the actual work you're doing, customer care, and you should be focused on everything else but handling leads and booking jobs, right? When you have someone like me to actually do that for you, that books appointments directly on your calendar, and all you have to do is say, okay, drive out to that appointment and give them the inspection. That is so valuable to you guys because you can focus on what you need to focus on. And this allows you to grow so much faster and so much more predictable, right? Another one here is paying for shared leads. I can't tell you how many companies use Angie and get the same lead that are sent to the same 5 companies, right? Angie, we all know Angie sucks. If you've had success with Angie, you're the oddball. But Angie and Thumbtack are terrible. They sell shared leads. The lead that you buy, Angie gave to 5 other companies. So we need to just step away from this. And too many price shoppers, guys. I've seen so many people say, "Oh, I don't want to do marketing. I don't want to do marketing. How is the lead quality? I'm getting price shoppers." Or you may just be getting price shoppers in your own business right now. Maybe that's what you're dealing with, and maybe we need to target a higher lead quality for you, right? So these are the biggest problems that you guys are facing in your business right now. What is the root cause of this? The root cause of this is, I'm going to go back here, right? You guys don't have a predictable appointment system. You have nothing in your business that you can implement to actually get more jobs and more work. Now we're going to go into my solution. What is my solution? How do I help this, right? How home service companies get consistent booked appointments without relying on referrals, without relying on word of mouth. Here's the solution, right? In a nutshell, it is a done for you appointment system that is going to generate homeowners in your service area. So we're going to target people that you can service, because it would be a waste of time and money to target people that you actually can't service a job for, right? We're going to pre-qualify the leads. So you say, "Oh, Hayden, I'm worried about the lead quality." I could sit here for 30 minutes telling you guys how deeply we qualify these leads, but I'm not going to. If you're interested in that, you should DM me or comment or anything. But yeah, we pre-qualify these leads so hard, and we don't let any leads through that are price shoppers, because we want to eliminate this in your business right now, guys, and we don't want to keep dealing with this problem. Automated follow-up, right? You guys, I charge per appointment, right? And I give you guys appointments, and you pay me per appointment that I generate for you. So I say, okay, Sally agreed that John's Roofing can come out to my house at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. "Oh, Hayden, but what happens if we don't show up or we drive to that and the homeowner doesn't show up? They're taking their dog for a walk, or they're driving the kids to school." I can assure you guys that this won't happen, because of the amount of follow-up messages that we have and the lead nurturing backend that we have, right? But things happen, right? I can send you a million text messages, but at the end of the day, things happen, and I understand that. So if you go drive out to an appointment and they don't show, you just won't pay us. It's simple. We'll just refund you your money. And the biggest one here, guys, is I book these appointments directly onto your calendar. What does this mean? This means that you can focus on everything you need to focus on, and you can listen to me say, "Hayden, the appointment is at this time, at this address, at this date." All you have to do is drive out there, give the inspection, and service it, and do what you do best and close more deals, right? It is so, so valuable to you guys that you don't have to book these appointments, that I can just call you and say, "Hey, Mr. Business Owner, I have an appointment for you. Go drive out there and close," right? It's such a better opportunity than a lead. Do I know what I'm talking about? Do I know what I'm talking about? Here's some proof, guys. Within 14 days, my client and me launched. He got 21 qualified leads. We got him 21 qualified leads, 11 appointments booked, and his project manager's schedule was filled 2 weeks ahead. Guys, the last month before they worked with me, they were relying on referrals, they were relying on word of mouth, and they were doing some Angie's work. They were buying Angie lead lists, and they were literally guessing where the next job was coming from. They had no idea where the next job was coming from, and this has no predictability. But once we implemented the system, his project manager's schedule was filled 2 weeks ahead, guys. Like within 14 days, we filled their schedule with appointments. This business owner that worked with me didn't have to deal with any leads. Everything I sat in front of him was, I said, "Okay, Mr. Business Owner, go to this house at this time, at this date, and go do your work and go close." If you're sitting here watching this video and you're thinking, "Oh, I'm pretty established, I have enough work, I don't need to implement a system like this," you are so fucking wrong. Because this client that came to me, this is another client, he came to me and he was so established. Like, they had an amazing month before this. And if that's you, you're probably like, "Okay, if I had an amazing month from referrals, I don't need marketing. I don't need to spend any money on marketing." This is where you're wrong if you want to grow. They had so much work. They had a great reputation in our area, but your growth is still unpredictable. No matter how many jobs you do, no matter if they all come from referrals, it's unpredictable, because you don't know where these jobs are coming from, and you don't know how many you're going to get. They also had spent tens of thousands on marketing before and got so burned. They were dealing with poor lead quality, inconsistent results, and no real system. Guys, We came in their business within 10 days. We got 27 qualified leads, 7 appointments booked. And I want to stress this, guys. These other 20 leads did not go to waste either. They are still in the pipeline and they still have value in the pipeline. They just haven't been scheduled yet. Let's call it, this is a roofing client. Let's call it $8,000 per roofing job. And that's even on the lower end, guys. We have 27 leads within 10 days. I brought $216,000 in pipeline value. And I brought 7 appointments immediately. So that's $56,000 in immediate opportunity value that he can go and close. And having me on the back end, booking these appointments, having this relationship with the homeowner can actually boost your close rate up to 20% because they know you're coming. They know they've already spoken to a rep, which is me, of your company on the back end. So we have that much relationship built and it's going to make the close that easier. Here's some outcomes, like what's going to actually happen in your guys' life, in your guys' business when you work with me. Let's start off with the financial outcomes, right? Financial outcomes, more consistent jobs, right? You guys are going to go from knowing where your next job is coming from to have so many consistent jobs and you know where they came from. And there's so much predictability there and there's so much scalability there and there's so much opportunity to grow if you have consistent jobs and you know where they're actually coming from instead of just pulling them out of the air. Higher quality leads, guys. You may be dealing with price shoppers. You may be dealing with, oh, you knock on the door for an inspection and you give them a quote and, oh, it's too expensive, right? Guys, I want to stress so much that we have such a streamlined process on getting these high quality leads from the creatives we run, from the lead handling process, from the qualification. They have to submit all their information. I could stay here for 30 minutes and talk about how we filter and qualify these leads, but I'm not going to. If you're interested in that, DM me. Or, yeah. Less reliance on referrals. Guys, I want you to understand that if you want to grow, you can't rely on referrals anymore, right? These are financial outcomes. You don't have to rely on unpredictability anymore. Once you have a system like this, you just don't need it. And more importantly, guys, the biggest one here, predictable revenue. You guys know how much money you're going to make. I guarantee you, if you have zero marketing in place, you cannot tell me, and if you can, comment on this video or DM me, but you cannot tell me how much money you're going to make because you don't know. Because you're getting a job from here. You're getting a job from here. Week 1, you're getting 10 jobs. Week 2, you're getting 0 jobs. You don't know how much money you're going to make. And this is the biggest problem here because if you want to grow your business, you cannot have unpredictable revenue. You need predictable revenue. You need it. Now I'm going to talk about some quality of life goals, right? As a business owner, like I'm a business owner, this is my company. I love working for myself because I don't have to answer to anyone else. I'm the CEO. You have to understand that. And I know you guys like that too. And that's why you started your business probably. And with this model, like your quality of life is going to become so much better and you're going to be so much more happy. And you're going to feel like this is made for you. And you're going to feel like, oh, this is so convenient. I love this. Since I'm booking every appointment for you, you guys have more time to focus on operations. So you don't have to worry about calling leads. You don't have to worry about booking leads. You don't have to worry about any of this. I come into your business and I literally do all the dirty fucking work for you. More control over growth. I mean, you guys can't control how much you're growing at this point, right? You don't know because you don't have any predictability in your business and you don't have a way to get more jobs because you're just relying on referrals. Less stress. Oh my God, guys. How many cases have I seen in a business owner where he's like, I hate calling my leads. You spend 3 hours a day calling your leads and not even 20% of them book. And that's wasted time for you that you could have been doing anything else in your business. And this stresses you out so much because you're like, damn, I'm the CEO. I do not want to be doing this shit. I do not want to be calling these leads that aren't answering me. I'm getting stressed out and I shouldn't be doing this, right? And more importantly, like this ties into the second one. You're not chasing leads anymore because when you have me to come into your business and do it for you, you know, it just creates this whole blockage and eliminates it. Everything I sit in front of you is already a scheduled appointment, right? So you don't have to chase any of these leads, right? I want to stress this, right? most of you guys probably don't have a lead problem, right? Maybe you're getting leads, maybe you're not. Maybe we need to come into your business and we need to get you more opportunities. But you guys also have a booking problem, right? You don't have any way to consistently book these leads, consistently filter through these leads. And having me on the back end to do that for you is so valuable, and it will add so much revenue to your business, right? So if you are a home service business looking to grow your business and looking to scale your business and looking for more consistency in your business, DM me, comment on this video. Do not hesitate to reach out. There's also going to be a link in the description where you can book a call with me. It's going to be a free 30-minute strategy call. We'll go into how we can help your business. We'll dive way deeper than this video because we only covered the surface level of details here, guys. But yeah, if you're interested in this, DM me. If you're, yeah, give me a shout, guys.